Hey, what is up, everybody? Welcome back to Spectator Mode Podcast. I believe this is episode 181. I'm your host, Keith Mitchell, and I'm rocking with my fellows here. We got Scott.
Howdy.
He's the JRPG guy. He won't stop talking about them. And then we got our Street Fighter, SNK, Everything Goes guy, Kevin Kelly. What's going on, man? I was like, did he freeze for a second? What happened? So as you know, guys, this is the Outer Haven's premier podcast. Don't tell the other ones they think they are, but they're not. We are, when we talk about everything under the sun. Oh, he is freezing. He froze. Good. Kevin, you're freezing on us, but it's okay. But we talk about everything under the sun. You did.
What? Yeah, a little bit.
You're doing it again.
Now just blurry, not frozen.
Well, hopefully his connection stays up. We'll keep going. That's the wonder and love of technology and internet, because internet sucks sometimes. Yeah. But as always, we're here to talk about games and stuff we watched, and of course, every show we talk about games we played or stuff we watched. And I don't have a lot, so I'm gonna go first. Of course, I've been playing a lot of Monster Hunter Wilds. Take it or leave it, folks. I know some people are like very upset about the game. Some people love the game. I really enjoy the game, so I'm gonna say nothing but good stuff about it, outside of a couple of things I didn't like. I also watched Daredevil. Was it getting Born Again?
Born Again, yeah.
And the first two episodes were amazing. They were amazing.
Ooh,
I'm not going to spoil it for people because people probably didn't see it, but the first 10 minutes really upset me because what they did to my boy. I was like, I thought he's going to be back. And it's like, nope. Nope. Sorry, he's gone. So
it kind of feels like you kind of did spoil it.
And it was like, well, I didn't say who it was. I didn't say who it was. It could have been anybody.
They killed the Punisher and Daredevil? No.
It was like, wow, okay. So that was crazy. I also went to the movies to see what is it? Mobile Suit Gundam G-Quax. I believe that's what they call it now, beginning. I wrote an article about it because it's really blowing my mind. I tried not to follow this series just because I wanted to be surprised of what they're doing. And first of all, the movie was basically edited scenes that are going to be in the actual anime, which starts in April. But the movie itself, it's like, if you ever watched Mobile Suit Gundam, the very first show, they basically take it and go, what if certain things were changed? And this basically creates a different universal century of the Gundam series. Like, for example, in the first episode, one of the Zeon soldiers starts blowing up shit. And then when they do that, they inadvertently kill somebody that Amuro Ray liked, and also affected Amuro Ray. And that caused him to run away and end up running into the Gundam. And then the rest is history, right? But in this one, the guy who caused the issues in the first episode isn't there. And they even poke fun and saying, well, Gene's going to be mad that he's not here. And then instead of it just being two random guys, it's two random guys. And it even kept the one guy who was cool. He came back and they put in Char. So Char's there. Char gets out of his Zaku and he's like, let me walk around here. And then he's like, oh, look, this Gundam cockpit is wide open. So he gets inside the Gundam. So effectively, they wiped out Amuro. Amuro does not exist anymore. He does nothing. He's gone. He's gone. And everybody that Amuro was associated with is gone. It's
wow.
Like, wow. It's just gone. And then Char, gets the Gundam. He gets it painted red. He gets all these things added to it, which you don't see until later on in the Gundam series or into that show. And he's wrecking havoc and blowing stuff up. And the Principality Zeon wins the war. Of course, the space noids are still screwed. They're like, this was supposed to make us better. Well, we're still screwed up. But it's just so interesting that a couple of things changed the entire universe of Gundam for that alternate reality. And they sped things up, because if you ever watched it, there's a certain person called Lala who was basically the love life of Char and also Amuro. She dies. But during her, I think right before she died, she said something to Char or Amuro. She said, oh, Amuro, I can see time. It's basically with cycle frames and the new types and all that fun stuff. You need to go watch the Gundam to find that out, right? So Char ends up causing some kind of event where he disappears in his red Gundam. And he says the same line. when they're like, "Hey, Char, what's going on?" I can see time. Then he's gone. He's just literally gone.
Oh, jeez.
So this ends the war. Again, Zeon's win. But he had his Ray Gundam. And that Ray Gundam is now gone, right? So a couple years later, I think it's like 0085. They see his Gundam flying around, like they're like, "Hey, Char, are you still there?" Turns out it's not Char. Some kid has the Gundam. It's like, how did this kid get the Gundam? Where exactly is Char? What is going on? So it sets off this complete alternate reality of Gundam, and it's just it's mind blowing because it's like, all right, I've been watching Gundam since the first episode. Now it's like, hey, you just changed everything. Like characters that were like cannon fodder that just died in war. They're major characters now. You had certain characters that were like second fiddle. Now they're like major characters. Like what's happening here? What did you do to the Gundam series? Of course, there's no Bright now. There's no Bright Noah, so there's no Bright Slap. So that's disappointing. But I'm looking forward to seeing this anime when it airs on April. I've actually done more watching and playing games because Monster Hunter has taken over my life. Like I got 170 hours in this game. So yeah, too many hours in this game. That's pretty much it. I think I might go back and watch that Gundam movie again if I can. It's a limited run movie. It's only in certain theaters, and they have like weird times. I went to go see it Saturday. It was like 11 o'clock in the morning, then like 10 o'clock at night, and I was like,
"Jeez,
I want to see it again."
Near me.
It was really good for what they did. I was really happy with it. So enough rambling. I'll let you go, Kevin. Go before you drop out again. What you got, man?
What do I got? Definitely watched the Daredevil series with those 2 born agains. Mechabreak, going crazy on that for the last while, and Virtual Fighter 5, Revo, doing that, which I don't know, it's not too much of an obsession, but I ended up entering a tournament, so I'm like, okay, I've got about 30 days. I think I can do something. I want to place because
I actually playing online a lot.
Huh? Yeah, I played online.
Are you playing online a lot?
I'm sorry. Yeah. Also met the winner of Frosty Frostings, Himajin. So that was crazy. Like, just like him being in the neighborhood. So like he was kicking my ass, but it was still
just
fun.
randomly there. A good time. Oh, hi, guy. I'm going to kick your ass now. Don't feel bad.
He's been around. He lives in Toronto. Like, but it's crazy though. Like, actually finally meeting him instead of like trash talking online. Just saying.
It's a whole different experience.
Oh, he's like back in the arcades, back in the arcade days.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, totally, man. Locals, quite the scene. Trust. And also playing Guilty Gear Strive on the Nintendo Switch. Doing that.
Ooh, how was that?
It's pretty interesting. Like, especially like when you're like, especially at lunchtime when you're just playing it on a handheld. Like, it's crazy. Like, I thought I would never get back into doing stuff like that, but doing it with a game that's something that's fully fledged on the PlayStation 4 or PlayStation 5 on a handheld device. Like, I'm using the Hori controllers. But I guess
nice.
Yeah, the Demon X Machina ones. So
you got the Demon X Machina ones.
Still waiting on that sequel.
Exactly.
Waiting on that sequel.
Got announced. Nothing else.
Wow. Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah, it is coming out, isn't it? Damn.
Whenever that is, they say, "Hell, hey, we're working on a sequel," and it's like nothing else. Thanks, bye.
Are you though?
Yeah.
It's been 2 years now, hasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I think so. I got to open up Monster Hunter Wilds, by the way. I just got it.
Oh, well, it's kind of an addiction. For somebody here. Won't name who.
Hey, the beta is good, though. I like the beta. Like, it was amazing. But, yeah, man.
That's it? That's all you got? It's been 3 years, by the way. 3 years since they announced it.
3 years since they announced the sequel. Holy jeez. So it should be done soon, is what you're saying. Switch to launch title.
Oh man, I played that game on the Switch. And I was like, oh, this is
But
so
I got
bad.
Yeah. I don't know what else. I don't think I'm playing anything else. Like I know 6 sometimes, but the My Addiction's kind of done for a bit until I get back.
Season pass.
Is everybody just playing mine now?
It felt like that, because when the new character shows up, you get almost.
I'm waiting for Elena. Everybody's gonna play Elena next. Like, all right, here we go.
Healing.
I want to see who they're going to announce for the next season. That's going to be interesting.
Oh yeah, totally. As they were supposed to do that in Capcom Cup 11, but apparently they didn't even throw in the render for Elena yet either. But the new jackpot is $2 million.
So, it's okay. You'll get maybe a few 100,000 of that.
It's like maybe I should start playing more Street Fighter. It's just, man, that's just crazy.
Jeez.
It's ridiculous how much money it is.
All
right. Yeah, Capcom Cup. It's good to watch, but I'll never enter that. I'll get my ass smoked. You won't get out of beginner pools. Probably not.
No.
All right. What about you? No, go ahead. Finish what you're saying, Kevin. Sorry.
Oh, sorry. No worries. Especially the mixing. Like, I remember when I tried entering and I had to fight against IDOM for the first round, and I'm like, oh, wow.
Thanks. It's like, what are you doing in here? certain people should get a pass or a bye the first round. It's like, nope, you don't need to be in here. We already know, especially when you play against people that have But then again, you never know. You might find this one person who's just amazing and kicked everybody's butt. It's like you were in. Who are you? Where'd you come from? We never heard of you. And then they fade into obscurity. You never see them again. Man.
Because they start playing JRPGs.
That's fighting games for you. It's just, I can see why. What about you there, Scott? I know you got a bazillion things there. That's your thing. What you got?
So I guess I'll start with the thing I've been watching a lot, which is I've been catching up on Invincible. Because
that too, yeah. God, so good. It's so
good.
It
is really good. I've really enjoyed everything that they've basically so far done with season 3, and I'm really excited to see how they end the finale on Thursday. So it's gonna be kind of crazy to see how that battle goes out what happened at the end of the last episode. And I do find that they actually get added extra time compared to like the comics. The comics, like the most recent episode in the comics was like a few panels because it's kind of like a subversion tactic of this is an event comic. And it's like 20 panels worth of comic. And then putting that into like an hour-long episode was actually pretty awesome.
I'm wondering if they're actually going to do the time skip or the time travel in the actual show.
Yeah. I wonder how they're going to play with that.
Yeah, because there's a lot. It's like you glossed over a lot, and everybody's dead now. What are you going to do?
I am excited to see how everything goes, especially because of how they've been adding a lot more Alan and Omni-Man back into it, who was not very important after the whole thing that happened in the comics. So that's the thing I've been watching, I guess, more or less. I've been playing a lot of variety of games. One that actually, no, Kevin's played because he wrote the review for it recently, which is Trailmakers. And it's actually pretty fun, but the PC version is all over the place. There's a lot of weird, like, not really optimization issues, but I feel like they need to start limiting some of the things. Because on my PC, it runs at like 400 frames per second, and I can't make it go lower. And try to use a controller on it sucks.
Wow. I didn't really find too much with the Steam version of it, though. Or, well, on a Steam Deck. But I get you.
It probably runs a lot better on Steam Deck. It's probably optimized for it. I think that my thing is my PC is a little overpowered compared to what it's probably used to. And so I need to actually use like a monitor frame limiter rather than trying to figure out a frame limiter in the actual game. Because there is no frame limiter in the actual game. it's just going to keep going on forever until it's like, okay, your GPU's maxed out now. I don't need it to be maxed out. But overall, Trailmakers is really fun. It's kind of like you build your own car and then you race it or use it in some variety of ways. Like you can use it as like a mining car. You can use it as like a transportation vehicle. You can use it as a racing car.
Yep.
There's a lot of varieties of things you can do with Trailmakers. I think it's really fun. Another game that I've been playing is one of the demos that released recently, which is the 100 Line Last Defense Academy. For those of you who know like the Danganronpa series, it's made by that team. And it's really interesting and engaging for like a visual novel with added like tactical RPG elements. Your choices, I'm hoping we get more choices in the full game. For like the 5-6 hour demo we get, it's pretty limited on the choices we can do. But I imagine it will probably get more in depth later on. I've also been playing Monster Hunter Wilds.
It's not with me. You and Will, you're playing it, just not with me. Feel bad, man.
Well, yes, but that's because you're like forever ahead of us.
All you gotta do is say, "Hey."
When I saw it,
Yeah.
I'm playing with everybody. SOS missions. You need help? Here I am. I'm here to help you.
I mean, we can get a 4-stack going now with Kevin.
Yeah, exactly. I'll jump
There
in.
we go.
I know it'll be a little sneaky.
But yeah, I actually like one of my favorite weapons is the insect glaive, and they added a lot to it in Wilds. So they added a lot of like accessibility help that helps you like know like what version of the insect you're using, what number it is, where it's going to go on the beast. You can also help more with like the focus attacks, and they have even more like aerial combos when you get yourself in the air with the insect glaive, which is actually really awesome. So it's not just used as mainly just get on the Hydra's back abilities. You can also use it as I can't hit your head, but I can now.
I do find it harder to mount creatures or monsters in this game.
It is. It's harder to mount
unless you use one of the gems.
Yeah.
Or jewels. It is very hard to mount in this game now.
Yeah, it's a lot harder to mount, which is another reason why I'm glad that they added aerial combos with the insect glaive. Because before like in World, whenever I used the glaive to like go into the air, it was only either to dodge or to mount the creature. In Wild, you can actually use it as like a part of your combo, which is actually really awesome. I could do it. I can attack you. You're about to charge me. I jump in the air, hit, then just start doing a bunch of damage to your back or to your head. You just have to be cautious because some the monsters will actually attack you in the air, and you can't dodge it.
Yeah, you're up there, and you're like, oh hey, I'm just gonna smack you out of the air. Like, wait, what? Yep.
Yeah, when they get you in a combo in the air, it sucks. But when you get them in a combo in the air, it's great.
Also sucks when they get you in a combo on the ground. They hit you, and you're like, all right, I'm getting up. And you're like, I'm gonna hit you again. Wait, I can't get up. Too bad.
Or when they like paralyze you to then stun you, and then you're like, now I'm paralyzed and stunned, and they're like, yeah, now I'm gonna start eating you now. It's like, oh, thanks.
But yeah, it's too easy. The game's too easy. Like, all right, you have never been in those situations where the monster is just like, you know what? No, we're no. You're not doing this.
I think it has a really good difficulty. I do think a lot of what people see as like easy difficulty is more the fact that the game just runs better now. Other Monster Hunters could be a little janky.
You said run easy, and I'm like, run better now? I don't know.
Fine. It has a better control system. When you play like World, things look great, but they are a little janky in terms of its like hitboxes and how you hit the creatures and where like the actual parts of the creature are.
Worlds is definitely a lot jankier than Wilds. Definitely, yeah.
Wilds is a whole lot more dynamic in where you're hitting the monsters. It also has a lot better with the parts and how many wounds you can put to each one. So it's better in the sense that it's just not nearly as janky. Another, I guess the last game I'll talk about is Split Fiction's one I've been playing with my wife, which is nice. So I've been able to dig into the fun narrative, but also more of the Split Fiction thing is just the gameplay, which can be extremely hard when you have a wife like mine who is not very good at platforming. So whenever we need to make like a jump or something, I have to make sure that I don't run too far ahead. But it is
playing with you. At least she's playing the game with you. I'm like, my
Yeah.
wife.
I'm sorry. If you need to play Split Fiction, let me know. I can play.
He's like, play games? No, I don't think so. I'm
Wow.
like, God damn it.
So those are most of the games I've been playing this week.
Just not into it.
That's it?
Well, all the ones I can't talk about.
Okay, I'm like, wow. That goes without saying. Certain things we will not talk about because we respect embargoes and we want people to keep working with us. All right. Well, that said, we got 2040 here. Kevin, you've been playing a lot of Mechabreak and you seem to be very happy about the game. Can you tell me why you're so happy about this game without mentioning the word Gundam?
No.
Without saying Gundam.
It feels like sometimes it does. It's like, I don't know. Like, I guess some of the designs do feel like it's more Zone of the Enders than anything else. Like, I got that.
And I think that right there makes a lot of people happy because we're never going to get another Zone of Enders ever again. Ever. No. Ever.
Not even.
No.
Kojima
left and Konami's like, whatever. Never happening.
Yeah.
Never happening.
No. Just sad, man. I mean, that would have been awesome, you know? I mean, we got this now, so it does feel like it's there. Like, I guess the most exciting part is Mechabreak mode, which is pretty much it's PvPvE. So, it just gets nuts. Like at first you're there, you also get like mounts right now. Like you can actually get like gliders and stuff like that. And like in Mechabreak mode, it's literally, it kind of feels like, how do I describe it? Because there's some elements of it that kind of does feel like it's a bit of like Battle Royale in a sense, whereas you have like the storm that comes in and that's really like just destroying your health, like the fluid energy is like getting like mashed down to God knows what, and you're trying to avoid that, but you're also trying to extract a whole bunch of like different minerals and stuff, and you're also fighting against these other guys as well, like the enemies. So the enemies aren't like just random cannon fodder, but you have some of those guys, and then after you've got the troop ships that jump in and they start trying to launch dudes out, and then you've got like the Constantine, I guess, battle cruisers that just shoot off like a whole hail of bullets and stuff at you, and like seeing some of that, it does remind me of Gundam in a sense. It's just
he said Gundam. He couldn't do it. He couldn't do Gundam.
I mean, okay, it's like Vanquish. It's like Vanquish.
No,
no,
not like Vanquish. No,
it just was crazy. Like it. Like I mean, sitting there like, holy shit! Like, all right, if I go this way, what happens? I'm still getting hit, and it's just. I'm playing as Falcon.
It's not like Armored Core. No.
I wish it was like Armored Core. It is pretty much the developers like, look at this mecha game. I like that mecha. Yeah. Anime is really cool. Let's throw them all together. We know people don't like PvP, so let's put PvE, PvP in there. So if they don't like doing PvP, they also can do some PvE while they're getting smashed in PvP.
Yep. Exactly.
Oh, and don't forget to put the cute anime girl in there too, because we gotta have that.
Of course.
Yeah. Oh yeah,
I can do
get enemy, dude.
I just want to see robots smash the heck out of each other. That's all I wanted to see.
Oh yeah, they got the finishing moves on point. Like I did one in a match recently, and I couldn't even believe I did it. I'm just sitting there like, I've never really done a finishing move, and then I shot one dude down. And I just got up real close, and it's like, oh, what's this button? Just see him just take it up, and just I don't know what happened. Like, all I remember was, I guess, Falcon took the guy. He took him with like one of his hands, and he impaled him, and then did some other thing, threw him on the ground, and it looked like Falcon was like putting his hand to the neck was putting his hand to his mouth, and he just let something out, and then the dude just blew up. It's just nuts. Like
you played on
I couldn't even
Xbox,
believe it.
right?
Yep, this is on the Xbox Series X.
How did it play? Like, how was the performance? Because I know when I played on the PC, it was like nuts. So I was curious how it is on the consoles.
Consoles, I did see some slowdowns. Like there were some matches where, like especially with Mass Mac, because I don't know if it was because there was a lot of things going on. Because like I've seen parts where it just slowed down, and I'm just like, this shouldn't happen right now. Like there was even this match I had last night where it just literally froze, and I'm just there like, okay, there's things still happening. I can still hear the music. I can still hear like some of the actual stuff in that mode, but nothing's happening. And this happened for about, I think, a good minute or so. And I'm like, I'll just reset. So seeing that mostly during matchback mode, like during like PvE, there was a little bit of like frame issues, but not like holy crap. It wasn't anything like that. So I think they're still like, or like, I guess pretty much getting some bugs out.
That game doesn't come out anytime soon, though, right?
It's supposed to be spring 2025 for the window. So
it's probably close.
But I guess, yeah. But I don't know how because at first they were supposed to launch the Steam version as well as the Xbox version in tandem, but they had issues with the Xbox version. So they're like, oh, yeah, sorry about that, guys. We might have to take some time. But I could see myself almost every
Series S.
Yeah.
One of Xbox's biggest issues.
Exactly. Like it feels like they might try to do the Fantasy Star Online route where they just say, all right, we'll just make it official, like while the beta's still going.
That's a shame. But I haven't played it this time. I'm not sure. Is it over now?
I think it's still on actually. Like I think both versions are still on at the moment because I just finished playing the Xbox One. I even did like a couple of matches before this started. So I'm still on there. Yeah,
I did want to play it. I just, like I said, so many things going on right now. So, but that is definitely a game that is on my radar. Giant mechs are kind of my thing. So yeah,
Robot Smash.
Pretty much.
Yeah, exactly. It's amazing. I hope they actually get the 60-man gameplay at least showing at some point.
That just seems crazy. I don't even think about that. That's just too much happening. Like, have you ever played Battlefield when there was like a bazillion people on the field at once? You're like, what is happening right now?
It is chaos.
It's like, I don't want that again. But at the same time, they were fun. I'm not gonna lie, that stuff was fun. All right, so spring this year. It's PlayStation, Xbox, and PC.
Yeah.
Xbox and PC right now. I think it's supposed to be Xbox exclusive.
No, PlayStation? Are you serious?
Dang.
Yeah, that's what they're saying. I know that they were thinking about launching it there at some point, but yeah, I think the two of them are just going to be Steam and PC for now.
Wow. Okay, that's not something that you hear a lot. I'm sorry, I'm just a little flabbergasted on that one. That's okay. Well, you know where you'll find me at, folks, playing that. I'll be playing it right here on the PC. Hopefully on the Asus ROG Ally. Because playing games like that on the go seems like it's going to be fun. We got a bunch of things to get through here. I just don't want to skip anybody. Oh, yeah. So do we want to talk about Monster Hunter right now, or do you want to skip that right now?
I'm good with either one.
Let's move Monster Hunter and we'll put Tony Hawk in there. I know you guys were following Tony Hawk, so go for it.
Alrighty, so we finally got confirmation that Tony Hawk Pro Skater 3 and 4 is going to be announced, and the remake/remaster is going to be coming. The one caveat, however, is that Tony Hawk Pro Skater 4 is going to be losing its campaign mode, like the story of basically where you go from one area of the map to the next area of the map doing a bunch of the objectives and everything. So what they're going to be doing is they're basically cutting stages from Tony Hawk Pro Skater 4 and putting it into the engine of Tony Hawk Pro Skater 3. So you can just basically play on the arenas and you can do normal like time limit challenges that Tony Hawk Pro Skater 3 and 2 already have. So it's essentially just turning 4 into just a smaller version of itself, which is interesting, honestly, because that's one of the most interesting parts of 4, and it's also like the transition between the old model of Pro Skater and the new model of Tony Hawk Underground. Which, in case those who don't know, Tony Hawk Underground was extremely successful as well as the Pro Skater series was.
Yeah, it was. Maybe better, maybe more so than Pro Skater.
I mean, Underground is a much better single-player game than any of the Pro Skater ones were. So, I loved Underground 1 and 2. But that was because I didn't play a lot of the time, because I'd have to basically force my sister to play with me, and she wouldn't always want to play Tony Hawk Pro Skater. Sometimes you'd have to play something else.
Why did you have to force her?
Because I wanted to play with the second person.
Yeah, sometimes the siblings don't want to play with you. Know that all too well, especially when you kick their ass in fighting games. They don't want to play anymore.
Yeah, no, that was my brother.
No.
Come on, I'll let you win.
Play Budokai yet with me? No.
Yeah,
that was the quote unquote fighting game for me when I was a kid. Was Budokai 1 and 3. 2 was fine, but I kind of got turned off of the whole board game system they had in 2, and also it was bugged on me on like it wasn't the Bobbity, the Bobbity spaceship level was bugged for me all the time. I don't know if that was just on a PS2 or if it was just there's like a scratch on the disc that made it so I couldn't get farther than the Bobbity spaceship level. So I just went straight to 3 because 2 kept messing with me. Anyways, that was a tangent. Tony Hawk Pro Skater 4, is going to just basically be a bunch of the stages put into the engine of 3. So it's not like actually 4. So if you like that, awesome. You just get more Tony Hawk Pro Skater levels basically added. If you are someone like me who likes the Underground series and likes the campaign, likes actually going and transitioning from stage to stage on a story and linear path, I'm sorry.
And we still don't know about the music.
Yeah, we don't have any idea if they're keeping any music from 3 or 4. And odds are, if they're already cutting out some of the budget for 4, the music is probably going to be the next part to be cut because it's an easy one. They can just be like, we'll just add stream royalty-free music onto it. No one will care.
That's going to ruin the game. People, I don't understand how people don't get this, that music is a big part of games. Music is what gets people to connect with a game. And if a game has, you could have the best game out there. You could have Street Fighter. You could argue with me, but when you ask people about Street Fighter, some of the people are going to go, hey, Gal's theme goes with anything. The music is just, it transcends time. True. You know all the music. You know the music. You can be like, what's this song? And they'll tell you, oh, this is from Street Fighter. This is from Marvel vs. Capcom. This is from this. What song is it? Oh, that's Jazzy Stage from Street Fighter 3. So music is definitely important.
Alex.
Ken, man. Nah, Ken. They used the same one. I didn't like that. They used the same one. I hated that. I really hated that. Street Fighter 3 kind of did its own thing.
Yeah. Well, I liked Second Impact though. They did a really good job with that. But
Second Impact had really good music.
So, but the big issue here is the music is licensed, and then so that goes to a whole different thing where you gotta pay the record companies or whoever it is, and they might go, well, we don't want you streaming our music, we don't want it online, we don't want it in a game. And then you got the streaming mode that might be a thing, and people are like, well, this sucks. I don't see how people can play a game that I played for years with different music. It just doesn't. You want to get pumped, you want to
Yeah.
get amped, and that's what these songs did. You come back telling me, oh, we got this stream mode that is garbage music. That's going to be a problem for me.
Yeah,
Just me. That's just me.
I mean, I hope that we get the music. I mean, we know that Microsoft and Activision have the budget to do anything they want with the music, but odds are they're going to cut corners because they're Activision.
I mean, like you said, it's not like they don't have the money. I mean, it's the reason why Xbox brought Xbox or Microsoft brought Activision in the first place. It's not because games, it's because of money.
Because their pockets.
For those who know why I said that.
I feel like Jet Set Radio if they did that. And I would just
God.
That would bomb. Most of that game was for the music.
How many people complained when they did they brought a Crazy Taxi on Xbox and it was like, well, we don't have this song in there. And it's like, wait, what? We don't have the song that made Crazy Taxi. Why is that song not in here? Licensing. Are you serious?
Yeah, it was similar to when Rockstar made the GTA collection and they skimped out a lot of the music in there too. So it does make a lot of the moments and the vibes that we had in those games. So it's sad. So there's nothing confirmed yet on the music. I'm still hopeful that Activision will do the right thing and get the royalty in the music. But odds are, be prepared to be skimped out because they're skimping out on 4.
Yeah, pretty much. I will say no more. I will just go, you know what? It's time for a commercial. When I say commercial, I mean the next topic. So, we'll talk about Monster Hunter Worlds. Why? If you can't even type an article, go MHW because it's like it's the same. Which game are you talking about? Oh, you're right. You're right.
And the worst thing is if you try to put the I for Wilds, then people also take that as being Monster Hunter World Iceborne instead of Monster Hunter Wilds, and it's just like
it's just like what is it? Dead Space and then Dark Souls. Which one is your DS? Which one?
What is the DS? What about the Nintendo DS?
Which one is that? Which one are you talking about? So, as Monster Hunter Wilds, as you know, this game has done phenomenally for Capcom, over 8 million and sold, and it was only less than a week old. So this game is doing great. Yes, there are performance issues across the board. I do really hate that. Yes, the PC version does have DRM issues because Capcom. I get it. They want to protect their IP. I get that.
In their de novo phase.
Well, it's not just de novo that's causing issue this time around. It's if you ever play Resident Evil Village on the PC, Capcom has their own DRM on top of de novo, and that sucks.
Yeah.
Actually, when they had that issue, they ended up having a cracked executable for that game. And even certain websites proved that, hey, it worked better with its executable. So eventually Capcom did remove it. But as we're standing right now, we don't see the same movement with Wilds because this game is just doing so well. So at the same time, the performance sucks on the PC, and we're trying everything under the sun. Disable this, do this, use reframe work. We're doing everything to get this game running great. And to be honest, the only thing that really works is having a powerful machine to brute force it. That's literally
having a high-end PC. If you're in a middle range or an entry range level PC, good luck.
And it sucks because this game is so great. You know, people are going, this game sucks. And I'm like, all right, well, I have a decent machine and I have all the settings set up, certain things off. And yes, I am a fake frame scrub. I do have frame generation on. You know why? Because it makes the game look better.
Yes.
So sue me because it works. But outside of performance issues, I feel that this game is a lot of fun. And a lot of veterans are like, this game isn't fun. This game isn't hard. But yet I go to Reddit and I'll see all these people going, this monster has carded me so many times. I can't beat this monster. And in the back of my head, I'm like, these people are saying this game is easy. Why are you people getting carded so much? You know, it's a fun game. Yes, the gameplay loop is what it is. How many games have you played that does the same thing over and over and over. The sports games never change. Fighting games never change. RPGs never change. The the gameplay loop is the gameplay loop.
Yeah.
If you don't like the game because you got caught up in FOMO, then say that. Don't trash the game because you're like, this sucks because all you do is hunt monsters and build gear and hunt monsters. It's called Monster Hunter.
All you do is hunt monsters.
Exactly.
Yeah, you do.
That's the entire point of the game. So, I mean, it has a lot of potential to be probably one of the best games. I thought it was a great game. 170 hours later, I'm still playing this game. Yes, I've beaten the game and I'm trying to raise my hunter rank to get up there. Unlike that guy I saw from a couple days ago, who got like a 200 something hunter rank. And I'm like, how the hell did you get that? That's crazy. But
bots, lots of bots. No,
it's ridiculous. But you know, it was a Japanese person. You can tell by the name, so I get it. They do love their Monster Hunter. I get that. There is nothing negative. Nothing negative that impacts this game other than the fact that the light bow gun could be a little stronger. Could you maybe do something about that, Capcom? I've always loved the light bow gun. It's not the same as it was from Worlds, but it's not as bad as people are making it out to be. Every weapon got changed. Some obviously are better than others.
Yeah.
Some
Insect Glaive. That's amazing now.
So there are other ones like my sword and shield isn't doing as much damage as I wanted to do, even though I'm sitting there and I'm like, all right, 30 crafting, min-maxing. If I use this gem and then use that and use that, it's that kind of game that makes you sit there and go, all right, what am I doing? And for somebody who predominantly plays a lot of Souls-like games, and it has ripped me from those games to play this. Guys, it's a fun game. But again, if you have a really crappy PC, if you're running a 1080 or 2080,
if you're a 10 or a 20 series, you're not going to have a good time.
Don't touch this game. Don't touch this game. You need to have access to DLS 3 or FSR 3. You need it. You simply need it. If you don't have access to that, don't play this game. Just wait till they do something about the performance. Keep writing Capcom, keep bashing Capcom, keep saying performance of this game sucks, but at the same time realize that this game is a newer generation game and you're running outdated hardware. I'm sorry. I can't say it polite enough.
Yeah, it doesn't.
The complaints are real. Damn.
Yeah, no, there's a reason it's mixed on Steam, and it's not because of the game as much as the performance.
So I've seen some. So I'm sorry, I have to address certain people. I do apologize. If you can't handle that the game has lead characters that are female and you're calling the game woke, then there's really something wrong with you. And one, that's not the definition of the word. Stop using it wrong. Secondly, there is nothing wrong with strong female characters being protagonists or be characters in the game. I don't know what your problem is. You need to go see a therapist or something. Because there's nothing wrong with
female blacksmiths in your game. Good luck.
Not to mention a good female blacksmith.
Yeah.
And if you have a problem with Olivia is like, I will bail you out. Don't worry. And she's just like wrecking everywhere.
She's awesome.
If you call her in to help you, she can literally solo monsters by herself. She's like, what are you doing? Get over here and help. So I don't get why you people still have these issues about these games that have female characters in it. I mean, you want to have a game that has a female that's on your arm that does nothing and there's an airhead with big titties and whatnot. What? Come on, guys. We have to be better than this. That is just stupid.
Yes.
That's just dumb. Stop calling stuff woke because you don't like it. Just say, I don't like strong females. And hopefully you don't get married.
Hopefully you don't get married.
Exactly.
You'll learn to have the strongest female next to your side.
Oh my god, jeez, it's just so pathetic. It's so tired of it. And if you want to talk to me about that, you can find me over Blue Skies at Shadow Haxer. I'm always ready to have a conversation about that anytime, any place, and you will lose. So get ready for that. All right, we got news about Xbox handheld. You know what? Can you take this one, Scott? Because this is giving me headaches.
Yeah.
Oh
Okay.
my God!
Report
Stop.
by Windows Central, we got information that Windows and Microsoft are working on basically partnering up with a other unnamed partner to create an OEM handheld for Xbox. That's going to be Xbox themed.
Can I stop you for a second?
Yeah.
So you hear that news, guys? Remember what I've been saying for months now, or maybe years now, that Xbox was not going to do it themselves. Hey,
No.
And just because I'm wearing an Xbox hat doesn't mean I won't talk about them. No.
Yeah. So essentially they're pulling another like Lenovo a G. If for those of you who don't remember what that was when Microsoft partnered with Lenovo to make basically a cloud handheld system that just worked on Game Pass. So essentially they're doing something similar to that, but they're actually making it like an actual PC handheld. And it sounds like they're trying to do, they're going to be doing another Microsoft Windows, but they're going to try to integrate Xbox software with Windows. But it's not going to be Xbox software. It's going to be Windows integrated with Xbox. But this same report does suggest that they are still trying to work on a dedicated Xbox handheld that will be in 2027. That will be alongside their actual next console. But again, this is still just reports that could mean anything.
Remember that dongle the Xbox is working on that never came out?
Yep.
Remember that, guys?
The dongle.
I'm not saying, as I said, I'm not saying that there's never going to be a handheld. But what I'm saying is stop drinking the Kool-Aid and just wait to see what they actually do. There's always reports about a company doing something that may never come true.
Yeah, Project Scarlet. What else?
I remember that.
HoloLens.
Project
Scarlet, on a game
HoloLens. Was it Project Milo?
I mean, yeah, like when I saw that on when I saw what they did with Minecraft on that for HoloLens, I was excited. I'm like, no.
Yeah.
It's gonna be sick, and then we didn't do anything else about it.
Oh yeah, and speaking of things Microsoft is sunsetting, rip Skype.
No, God damn, get out of here, Skype. Oh my God, I'm so tired of Skype. But you had to think about this for a second. Think about this. Everybody in the tech world was like, wait, they have Skype and they have Teams. Wait, what? One of these is going to go, and it wasn't
obviously Teams. They weren't going to get rid of Teams. Teams has too many licenses in effect. Skype was losing more of their licenses to Zoom basically every day. Of course, Skype was going to be the one to go.
It was Mixer, and now it's finally Skype. They've come full circle. Jeez. Sorry, Skype. I saw a message like last week, like Skype is being discontinued. I'm like, meh. I didn't care. When was the last time I used Skype? Never.
I don't know. It's probably been since like 2018 for me.
There's no reason for it.
But
again, people, it's not that I'm on Microsoft's butt or Xbox's butt about them making a handheld. I would love to see them do a handheld. But what I'm saying is all these people were coming out going, Xbox going to make this their own handheld. They've got the know-how. They're going to do it. I'm like, no, they're not. No. It makes no sense. It's a waste of money for them to research this, put designs in place, and make something. You know how much money that takes versus going to ASUS or Lenovo, who's already been in this field, making these handhelds and go, hey, we just want to add a couple more things. We want to add an Xbox button. We want to integrate certain things to what you've already established. And we want to put an Xbox logo on it. Like I've been telling people, hey, look, this is what they're doing. Yeah. So you all owe me money now. Because you need to read the room. Stop it. I mean, they've all worked with AMD. They all know what they're doing. Microsoft doesn't know jack because they're new. Not to saying they couldn't, but would you go to somebody who already knows how to make a car, Scott, or would you go to somebody who has no experience making a car, but hey, give us a couple years, we'll get it done?
I trust the ones who've already successfully made cars.
unless you're Tesla, and I don't care about
Tesla. I said successfully.
I agree. Successfully. Yep. So, I mean, this makes sense. Like they did the
I'm
same
done.
thing
I'm not going to talk anymore. Go for it. I'm done. I'm going to shut my mouth. I'm sorry.
I mean,
go for
Google's done the same thing. Like Pixel for one. Like,
Yeah,
and then
like
Nexus
Pixel.
before that. Like they just went to everybody else and said, "Hey, LG, you want to make a phone with us? Great." Hey, Samsung, you want to do this? And it's like Galaxy Nexus, Nexus LG, whatever, right? So it's
okay. I'm sorry, I did promise I was
like,
going to say something. Galaxy Nexus was amazing. The tablets were amazing. Oh my god, they were so good, so good.
Galaxy Nexus is awesome, man.
They were amazing.
I remember when I was
like,
QAing a site. Exactly.
Yeah.
And I don't understand.
I
They were
felt
like,
that
"Hey, we're not
phone.
doing
I
this
wish I
anymore."
had
I'm like,
it.
what? Yeah, we're done doing these anymore. Why? I don't know. We're just done.
Yeah. I think people need to remember that Microsoft is inherently mostly a software company. Even with making like the Xbox console, they basically get outsourced contractors who already know how to make consoles. So they're not going to do in-house consoles. And even when they do, they're probably going to hire other people to do it for them, kind of a deal. So Xbox itself, my hope, if they actually do go through with their whole native handheld, is they just work mostly on the OS, don't really do too much on the actual hardware front, because they need to have a much better operating system than Windows for most of these handhelds to be able to be capitalized to their strongest utility, basically. And yes, that does include Bazite.
You see this? I don't have Windows on this anymore. I wonder why that is. Because it runs like crap.
Yeah, I need to. I honestly want to do that with now my ROG Ally.
It's Cat's gonna get you. It's not ROG Ally. It's ROG.
Fine, the Republic of Gamers Ally. No,
he grabbed me by the throat and said, "You must say this properly." And I was like, "Okay, I am so sorry. It is the wrong way to say this name." Love you, Cat. She's like, every time I say that, I just don't say it wrong. Think about Cat. She's gonna come
Republic
get
of
you.
Gamers Ally. I'll just say it the full thing. No.
The last thing I'll say about this is also, again, AMD's always got new chipsets coming out. We're still waiting for our RDNA 4. Obviously, that's going to be the newest one. It's going to be everything out there. That's why Valve is waiting for it to come out. That's why Asus is waiting for it to come out. Lenovo just doesn't care anymore. They'll give you old chipsets and a new device and say, "Here, buy it," and people will buy it. Like, what the hell?
It's all they. I mean, if that's the problem. As long as it sells, they'll just keep making them that way.
Any Neo will probably keep doing the same thing. Here, this chipset's 5 years old. Put it in this new handheld. Why?
Because it sells.
And I'm not saying Jez Gordon doesn't know what he's talking about, but Jez's job is to scoop, to hype up people, to get people reading stuff at Windows Central. So he's not doing the wrong thing. It's just maybe sometimes pump the brake. Not everything is newsworthy, because as soon as he did it, everybody and their mama started talking about it. It's like,
yeah. I mean, yeah. Regardless of how you feel about Jez Gordon's work, whenever he does say something, it does blow up online, for better and for worse. Because sometimes he'll just give an opinion on something, and for some reason, people will start taking it as fact.
So, as I said, just wait and see. All right. So,
I mean,
you guys got anything else before I talk about this one? No, I'm sorry, Kevin. Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead. You were saying something. I totally talked over you.
I don't know. Like, the way I feel about it is just the same way. Like, they just said themselves, everything is a console, and then all of a sudden they're bringing this up.
It's their messaging. People are like, we don't understand your messaging, and it's like they don't understand their messaging. So what's going on here, guys?
We want to sell you everything that's not us, because eventually we will try to be everywhere.
Yeah, exactly. I got their damn mini fridge on the back over there.
Didn't we talk about those things last time? Those garbage things. That got me FOMO, because I wanted one so bad. They kept giving them out to influencers. Like, I want one. My wife got me one. I was like, it doesn't keep anything cool.
It's not cold.
Take it back. Like, I don't know about you, but I don't want a hot drink when I go in the refrigerator. I want a cool drink. And if it ain't cool,
me too.
It ain't working.
The point of a refrigerator. If
I need something that's like to the point where it hurts my teeth cold. I need that.
So you want it in the freezer, don't this?
Kind of, yeah. Yeah, I do. I'm looking at all this Doom stuff right now. Stop it! Stop teasing me about Doom.
Doom.
All right, so if you guys have nothing else to talk about, I'm gonna go on this whole PC gaming thing again because that's my baby. That's where I live. That's where I thrive.
The only thing I'll want to say is it's Chrono Trigger's 30th anniversary. So make sure that if you are someone who has never played the game, to play the game. Square Enix did say that they have projects on the horizon, but I don't know what that's supposed to mean.
Another port from Android.
I
mean, Chrono Cross is out there. The remake.
We got a Chrono Cross remaster. We got a Chrono Cross remaster before we got a Chrono Trigger one.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, Toriyama's dead, so I'm not expecting an anime series today.
No.
Another anime series.
You just hurt me there.
Yeah, it's only 10 days past the year anniversary of his death.
Speaking of Toriyama, also Dragon Ball wrapped up.
Yeah, Dragon Ball Diamond ended.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how I feel about that.
It's very Toriyama.
This whole timeline thing has still got me like, dude, what? Well, this takes place after Z, but before Super. So how come they don't have Super Saiyan 3 and 4 in Super? And why did that guy remind me of Jiren so much? It's like, is that Jiren again?
It's not Super Saiyan 3. It's Ultra Vegeta 1.
Right. I mean, but it's weird how that is. It's like, yeah, he does the whole super, the power up thing that he usually does to an enemy. Like, so I got Super Saiyan 1, I got Super Saiyan 2, I've got Super Saiyan 3, I've got Super Saiyan 4. It's just like, yeah, I swear.
But then they get Super Saiyan God, so it's like, what's the point of this anymore?
Yeah, pretty much.
And then, of course, if anybody watched Super, it was like, so him and Vegeta are about to fight again. They're like, what happened to this Ultra Instinct? Oh, I forgot it. What? God damn it, Dragon Ball. God, you drive me crazy, Goku. Dragon Ball.
Goku forgets a lot, you know?
Yes.
He kind of does. He's kind of an airhead outside of fighting.
He's a genius when it comes to fighting, and everything else he forgets.
Yeah.
So apparently he's a pretty decent farmer.
Yeah,
that he is.
Yeah, until he throws a tractor. But yeah, I mean, for Chrono Trigger though, that's a tough one, man. I mean, I definitely after Super Mario RPG, I feel as if I have a bit more hope in Square Enix to doing the right thing. There, so to speak.
Yeah, hopefully we get an actual remaster and not just a port of a mobile port like they did for the first Steam launch.
There you go. There you go. There's the fear right there.
Not a very good decision. I mean, I'm glad that they eventually patched it so it actually wasn't the mobile port afterwards. But the fact that they thought just porting the mobile port was enough for people lets you know just how they think of the fans of Chrono Trigger. When Chrono Trigger is still probably one of the best JRPGs of all time.
Yeah. Oh yeah, exactly. But it's just the same thing.
No
with
faith.
6 and
no faith.
Yeah.
They're just like, you know what? We're just never gonna re-release this. We're just gonna make a bunch of regular ports. We're gonna bundle it up with the other Final Fantasy games. I mean, sure, we did 1 to 5 as actual 3D games, but we're never touching 6.
6 doesn't get to be touched.
Yeah.
I'm honestly surprised that they still haven't remade 8, because that is one that kind of needs it.
Yeah.
Because a lot of those systems are kind of janky and broken. So we want to have a little more of a balance. And 8 was definitely the one that needed it the most.
Oh, totally. It's fun things, man. Like how they just skipped straight to 7 and then
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 9. What about the other 2 that you just skipped? We don't think about that.
Exactly.
Like, here's a re-release of 10 for the 17th time. We know you like this one.
Oh no. 11? No. We don't really go back to 11.
We don't acknowledge that's existence. 12, you're lucky we got you one remaster.
Yeah, exactly.
13,
I got the steelbook of that.
I don't think they'll ever touch again.
Meanwhile,
No.
Final Fantasy players, Fantasy Star players are going, look at all those remakes and reboots and releases from Square Enix. Say, you only had 4 of them. What's going on, guy?
Yeah. Bring back Fantasy Star.
Staring in disgust at Sega for not even touching Fantasy Star 4 End of the Millennium. Like, nice.
I'll take it.
I'm still mad at them for
remake. Say again. For which one?
I'm still mad at them for not actually getting out Shining Force 3. That's my.
The Shining Force series was really good. I used to love that series.
Is great. It's sad that
Shining Force and Shining in the Darkness.
Ooh, yeah.
And Sword of Vermilion.
Oh, I mean, Shining Force. Sword of Vermilion. Oh, yeah, that's right.
Those take me back to my younger days, just sitting in front of my Sega Genesis. Man, good days. God. Time machine, please. I need to go back.
I need to go back to the Genesis.
Me too.
Great system. Great times. All right, guys. I'm going to talk about something that maybe I talk about too much, and if I do talk about it too much, I sincerely apologize. This being, hey, PC gaming, and the only reason I'm talking about PC gaming is just because there was a YouTube video that I saw the other day, and the guy was like, "Look, this is how you could make your PC more like a console experience." And I saw the video and I wrote the guy back and I was like, this is a good video, a lot of great tips. You kind of went overboard in certain things, missed out on certain things you put have added, like maybe using Play Night instead of Steam. So that way you can actually have access to all your games. But it was an interesting video that you put out there because it showed me that more and more people want to get their PCs in a living room and they want to make it more of a console experience, which is great because every so often you get this knucklehead come out there and go, nobody wants to put their PC in the living room. And I was like, what are you talking about? Yeah, everybody, a lot of people want to do this now. This is great. This is not just turn on the machine, install the disc, wait for the update, because those days are long gone. Every distribution system, Steam, Epic Game Store, GOG, Ubisoft, Connect. You install the game. If there's an update, it automatically updates the game as long as the machine is on. You start the game, and unless you're Jordan, sorry, Jordan, it works. There are some games that, crappy performance, but you got them on consoles too, so that's not an excuse. Other times, you got to worry about crashing, but games crash on consoles as well now. You can sit. I'm the perfect. I shouldn't say I am the perfect, but I'm a good use case. I can sit down and play with my Xbox controller. I can sit down with my DualSense controller. I could sit down with my Switch Pro controller. I don't like that controller. And play whatever I want to play. And I can use these controllers. And 95% of the time, there are no issues. Yeah, there are some games that are like you need your keyboard to set up certain configurations. Sonic Racing does that for some stupid reason. I don't know why that is, but hopefully this next one, it doesn't do that.
Yeah.
And there are a lot of people that are now, well, not now, there are a lot of people who have invested in small form factor machines and they don't want the latest and greatest super Omega ultra wide video card. A semi-decent video card does the job. They're not playing at 4K, they're playing 1080p or 1440p on certain TVs, and they're enjoying themselves. They're having fun. This is the thing, guys. This is happening. It's just like when Steam tried to work with various manufacturers to come out with Steam machines. Obviously, that didn't fall through, but people were still using Windows 11, Windows 10, and doing it. And if you have an all AMD system, you can install Bazlight, which works great. That's something I want to try. Actually, I want to put a all AMD system in my living room, small form factor PC. Doesn't need to be super Omega powerful. I just want to play with Bazlight. But of course, Scott, you know the problem with that is right now parts are ridiculous over price.
Yes.
And trying to get over a GPU, it's just ridiculous. $5,000, $6,000, $7,000, $2,000 for a GPU. You got what?
It's not worth it yet.
Outside of that, when PC parts were more reasonable, you could do that with no problems. I remember going to Comp USA or whatever, buying like $500 in parts. It's my entire PC right there. I miss those days. Yeah, I mean, you can use your ROG Allies or your Steam Decks and kind of get a similar experience, but you're not going to get the best experience. But that's a place to start if you're strapped for cash. And even then, this thing's like $800.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna ramble a little bit. But I'm just happy to see that more people are realizing that is a thing that you can do, and it's kind of a one more on the scoreboard that shows, hey, this is the thing that's happening. Where the people are like, you don't want to put a PC in your living room; it doesn't work. And I'm like, okay, you do realize your PlayStation 5 is a PC. It just has a superior operating system. Now, if the PC had one of those, Bazlight, it runs great. All AMD systems only. Don't try NVIDIA. It will not work properly, guys, and you'll be pissed. So it's just happy to see that video was up there on YouTube. I'm happy to see that more people are investing in this. It's great. It's nice to see. I think Kevin froze on us. He's been having issues. You froze again. Now you're back. You're back. You're back. Canada is already killing us. Canada doesn't like us. I understand. I don't like us either.
We'll all go to Toronto.
I'm not going to get political right now, but we all know my frustrations here in this country. That's why I have PC gaming to keep me happy. Guys, we're just at an hour. Is there anything else you want to talk about Roundtable before we bounce out of here? I know you guys got something. Come on, got something. Don't make me keep talking.
I got something. I do have a question.
Okay, go for it.
Because it's a very...
I may not even hear your question. You keep breaking up on us.
Oh, sorry.
Type it. If you can't say it, type it, and I'll see it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could. Do I need to actually beat Death Stranding to watch the trailer?
No. If you had beat Death Stranding, you will understand the trailer a lot more. But no, you don't have to. And you don't have to have beaten the first game to play the second game. But if you have, it helps you realize some of the characters, recognize some of the characters. But you don't have to.
Yeah.
Oh, it's
and no, Death Stranding is not a walking simulator like some of these knuckleheads have been saying. It's not. It's an amazing game. Just the first couple hours is a grind.
The first 2 packages, but after that, when you get like the car and the bridge building mechanics, it's a lot more fun.
And they said there's a lot more action this time around because when you had action in Death Stranding, it was great. Yeah. It was like, why don't we have a Metal Gear with it right now? So now we're getting the Metal Gear, complete with not Snake, and that's not a Rex. That's not a Metal Gear Rex that we saw in the trailer.
No,
but
not
it
at all.
totally looked like it. So I'm looking forward to that.
So there's hints. Okay.
Looking forward to that so
much. I'm definitely jumping on that.
I'm jumping into that. I'm kind of disappointed at the collector edition, but that's okay.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. More and more collector's editions are shipping without discs.
No game.
No disc, which is I get it's fine because more people are going digital. That's fine. But the first game had a really sweet collector's edition steelbook. Actually, I'm gonna go get it.
Yeah, I've got the steelbook one too. I just didn't
haven't able to play it yet.
I bought it to support Kojima. I
mean, it's a good way to support. It is.
It has a dent in it. Somebody touched my case. I am so pissed.
It wasn't me.
Yeah, this is cool.
I got police nuts to support Kojima.
I haven't even touched the disc. This is still there. I haven't even touched the disc. Because this had a, I think this had a code in it. Yeah, it was a code in it. And I was like, all right, I'll just put the code in, play the game, done.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Because like, yeah, collector's edition back with like the PS4 era, you'd sometimes get digital codes and the disc. So the fact that they've chosen to just get rid of the disc completely is just sad, because they're still making the disc, because they're still making the standard edition have the discs. And
they're charging you $230 for it. It's like, that's not worth $230.
They want the physical collectors to double dip, and it's just like, really? You really gonna do that to us?
I'm not doing it. Sorry. Not doing it.
It makes me not want to get the digital one.
Yeah.
And no baby this time around. I still got that sitting in the attic somewhere. Hope it didn't melt.
Melts. What?
It gets hot in the attic in summertime. It gets really hot in the attic. It's like you go in the winter and it's frigid, and you can put your drink in the attic because it'll get nice and cold. You go up there in the summer, it's like, all right, I went down 230 pounds. I'm now 210 pounds. Good Lord. It's hot up there.
It's and you're burning your weight off.
It is crazy hot up there. Yeah, that was
Meanwhile, Wolves will give you a physical and an actual art book and everything else. Like,
you don't get that much. You don't get a lot of games to give you an actual art book. I'm really surprised that they're doing that.
I am.
Is that even up?
You have to basically go to like AA companies nowadays to get the games that have art books in them.
Does it not come with a statue? Was I tripping about something? Oh no, the deluxe gives you that steelbook case, which is like, that looks pretty good. I'm a sucker for steelbook cases. I'm not gonna lie. I kind of got a whole shelf of steelbook cases.
I mean, there's some really good steelbook cases out there.
And it comes with the OST as well. Yeah, I'm going to have to buy that. I may not play the game much, but I'm going to have to buy that. Sorry, wife, spending more money. I don't need to spend, but, that was it. Okay, I'm going to address something before we bounce, because I need to say this. Formerly of IGN, Dustin, who has his own show now, good for him. He recently came out and stated that Xbox buying Activision was pretty much pointless. Now, I know that was kind of his grab to get people to watch the video. But at the end of the day, guy, it wasn't pointless. The whole thing of it was to have a company that was already on its way, not out, but not doing as good as it should have been, and to grab it to make more money. Hey, I now own Call of Duty. I now own King. I am going to make a crap ton of more money after my initial purchase comes back. We spent $1 bazillion for this company, but we're going to make $10 bazillion in the long run. So that's how businesses work. Xbox is not your friend. It's not my friend. They don't care about you. They don't care about me. They care about my money. And if I'm going to continue to support them, which is a question that a lot of Xbox fanatics are thinking about right now, because maybe they won't. I'm just wearing the hat because it's a cool hat. They're making money. They're making hand over fist money.
Yes.
Money. And
it helps add to their passive income, and that's all that matters.
That is literally it. As much as people hate to hear that, that was the point. Yes, they'll bring out more games, but it's money. It's money. Yeah. Because if you're sitting here in front of all your chair, right, all your people here, they're like, this is not a good deal. Tell us why buying this is a bad deal. And nobody came up with a reason of why buying Activision was a bad deal. They were like, okay, this is a crap ton of things we're going to have to get over, and a crap ton of sort of red tape and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. But once we get this, we're going to own one of the biggest developers/publishers out there. Why would we not want this if we can get this? Yeah. And there's a reason why PlayStation also tried to go for it, because it's money. It's money. That is literally, it is an investment. It's going to bring them a profit every freaking year that it's going to pay off eventually.
Yeah. And when you look at their earnings report, you notice that Activision still has its own column for what makes their money. And you also get to see that Activision makes a whole lot more profit margins than Xbox does.
Call of Duty sells.
Yes,
Call of
it
Duty
does.
sells.
And that's one of the reasons why Xbox is not going to get rid of their yearly release as much as they said they were going to.
No, that's not going to happen. That's never going to happen. Never going to happen. If you think that's going to happen, you're crazy. That's never going to happen. Unless the series gets so terrible that it needs to, remember how EA loves NBA Live, and then NBA Live was so terrible that they took 2 years off. And they were like, look, it sucks. We got to go back and reinvent this game. It's not doing well, but now it's every year and it's still not really good. So
yeah,
I mean, NBA Live still exists.
Is it still around? Or am I forgetting something? Let me see. Yeah. No, it's still around.
I thought there were. Oh yeah, what?
It's still around.
I did not know that.
But why did you not know that? Why did you not know that? Why did you not know that? Because NBA 2K is.
Yeah.
It's because NBA 2K is it's the reason why EA had signed an agreement with NFL. I don't know if that's still a thing or not, that they were the only people who could make a football game. Because 2K had a great football game that was eating Madden's lunch. So
yep. Damn, Visual Concepts have one.
They were doing magic on the Dreamcast. Oh my God, they were doing so good.
Yeah, they were.
And then politics got involved. So, all right, folks, that is it for this episode of Spectator Mode. See, I hear somebody's tired. I want to get back to Monster Hunter, and and some cold drinks and some cold drinks. So, as always, thanks for checking us out. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening to us. If you like the show, do us a big favor. Like, subscribe. Check us out on YouTube. Check us out on Apple Podcast. Check us out on Spotify. Check us out on Buzzsprout. Check us out everywhere podcasts are. Also, be sure to check us out on odioutahaven.net. We got some great news, reviews on anime, on gaming, on entertainment, on hardware, on life.
Review on life.
we're a indie site that is trying to make it in this giant world of conglomerates and venture capitalists that buy out all these companies and fire their people. We're still here, so we could use your help.
To life.
Hey man, it's a trip. This is all life. Everything we do is life. Everything we read and do is life. If we didn't like doing this, we wouldn't be here.
It's true.
You know, and getting cool games.
Add the perks.
It is a perk. It's definitely a perk. So for myself, from Scott, from Kevin, thanks for checking us out. We'll see you next time.
See ya.